One of the things that I struggled with a lot this quarter was finding motivation in doing my work. I really just struggled with trying to get started and trying to get that motivation to get started so then I could work. One of the videos that I used was from How To ADHD. The video is called ADHD and Motivation. In the video, it gives an example of how motivation works. You have the promise of doing something, and then on the other side is actually doing it. And in between those two is a big cliff, a big gap. And in between that gap is the bridge of motivation. The bridge is made up of motivational planks, and each of those planks are maybe telling someone that you would do it, or it would make your family proud, or it's good for your career. Now, sometimes we have gaps in our bridge and some planks are missing, and we need to fill those planks to get across the bridge. And sometimes those little gaps can be overcome by self-discipline or willpower, saying things like, I don't want to do this thing, but if it's important to me, I will do it. Or, I might not have all the motivation, but I have enough that I can complete the task. Sometimes jobs that are lengthy, repetitive, or boring can be hard to complete. To help complete these tasks, you can use a couple things. So the first one is to make it urgent. So making it urgent, you can set artificial deadlines. So a couple days before the assignment is actually due, you can have a goal to complete it beforehand. This only works sometimes because in my mind, I already know that it's fake, so then I will push it off and just complete it before the actual deadline. Another way to make it urgent is checking in with someone. So having someone that you maybe are doing the assignment with, you can check in with each other's progress and see that you are completing it. Set it up in increments and make those increments deadlines themselves before the official deadline. Another one is realizing the urgency. So thinking about, oh, it's due in a couple days, but if I do it now, then I won't have to push everything back. Another thing that can help is making it new or novel. So doing your homework in a new place. So do your homework outside or do your homework in a library. Or sometimes I like to sit on the floor. You could make it a game, and each assignment that you complete is 10 points. And once you get to 50 points, you can reward yourself. It's another day. Anyway, I used 2 more videos from How To ADHD, and the first one is called Why Is It So Hard to Do Something That Should Be Easy? And How to Do Something That Should Be Easy But Is Not. In both of these videos, they talk about the wall of awful. The wall of awful is all your negative thoughts and feelings towards a task, and the goal is to start doing the task to get over the wall of awful. There are multiple ways of getting over the wall of awful, and one of them is putting a door in it. So putting a door in the wall of awful can mean multiple things. One thing you can use is music. So earlier in the video, I talked about using energetic music to get adrenaline flowing so you can start the task. Another one you can use is a time limit. So set a timer for 45 minutes and see how much you can get done in that 45 minutes. And then take a break for another 15 minutes and cycle through that. You can also use whatever amount of time works for you. One I like to use is exercise. So when I exercise, I can think about all the tasks I'm going to do and I can have a plan. Exercise also releases dopamine to the brain, which can help you start the task. So another way to get over the wall of awful is putting handholds in the wall. That can look like making smaller, clearer, more attainable goals. So as I said before, sectioning out your work. So every day I like to write a to-do list of everything that I need to get done. And as I go through the day, I can check them off. And usually these goals are smaller, so specific assignments or specific things that need to get done in an assignment. So for example, an essay that I have to write, I will put, I need to write 1 paragraph of that essay. Another handhold could be defining what done means. Done can mean 1 hour of work, 1 chapter, or 3 sentences. So like before, writing that one paragraph could mean done for that class. More things that will help get over this wall of awful is having time to reflect, asking yourself, why did it go that way? And what could I do better next time? You also need to learn to forgive yourself, because all of those emotions and negative feelings can build up. But if you learn to forgive yourself, they'll become smaller and smaller.
No, it's not the same as it was.
So I would do my homework on my bed sometimes. Oh look, there's my dog Copper. Good boy. Anyway, it was really comfy, but I do not recommend doing your homework on your bed because I would sometimes fall asleep while doing my homework. Really comfy, but do not recommend. Another way I would do my homework sometimes would be on the couch. Now this was also comfy, but also do not recommend. The TV was right there to distract me, and I would also sometimes fall asleep, so do not recommend that way either. I did my homework at the dining room table. Now this way I could stay focused and I was not going to fall asleep at the table.
Come along with me and the butterflies and bees.
So some of the big key takeaways from this video is for time management, you gotta remember to schedule out your days. Remove those distractions. For me, it was so helpful to remove those distractions so then I could focus on my work. For studying, writing out those notes, even though it takes a long time, it is very helpful. And taking care of yourself. That is a really big one in all of these topics. And defining that motivation, getting over that wall of awful and across that bridge. And most importantly, you gotta find out what works for you. So I shared my project and all of these ideas with my mom, and she loved the idea. She always has been telling me to hurry, write down a list and tell me what you're gonna do today before I go to work. And she always loves to hear it. She always encourages me to do my best. So for researching this topic, I probably spent about 2 hours. I looked through a lot of videos on YouTube to find what was working and what was really interesting to learn about. I will include all of those videos in the description below. Applying and practicing all of these took many hours. It took about 10 hours to apply and practice all of these. Sharing and reflecting on this project probably took about 2 hours. So in total, that is 14 hours of work on this project. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video, and I hope you enjoyed watching.